So SEO, search engine optimization, there's a delay. It's the methodology of strategies and techniques and tactics to increase your website traffic by obviously getting to the front page of Google and different search engines. Here is an example of how it works. You go to Google, you type in your keyword, for example, SEO company Boca Raton, using Boca Raton as a geo-modifier to specifically looking for a specific location, the company in Boca Raton. I'm sure many of you know the first three listings are ads, along with everything on the right-hand side. Then you get your Google Maps listings. This can be anywhere from A to F. So it just depends on what you're searching, where you're searching from. There's a whole bunch of different factors in there. What I'm going to be talking about is more how to optimize your website so you can start moving up in the rankings so you can get up here to the very first position organically, where you're not paying Google for every time someone clicks on your listing. So how do we do this? First, we need to know exactly what people are searching. All right? We need to know what people are looking for when they're looking for our products and services. So we have to do some keyword research. Here are a couple tools that we use for keyword research. These are just a few. There's tons and tons of tools out there that we use. This presentation is actually already on my personal blog. It will be up on SEO Mavericks tomorrow morning. So you will be able to go there and download the whole presentation and all the details to this if you want it. First, we start off with Google Keyword Planner typically. This will let us know what the average volume of searches is for a specific keyword. So we want to try to find the keywords that are going to bring in the tsunami of traffic to our website, right? We want the most visits as possible. So with this will let us know if there's 2,000 searches a month, 100 searches a month, whatever the case may be. We're looking to find the correct keywords for our products and services. You'll go to Keyword Planner, put in your keywords, it's going to give you a whole list of other keywords also. Once you find the keywords for your specific products and services, you also want to go to Google Trends and see how they're trending. You want to make sure that people are actually still searching this. There are trends where you see certain times of the year people search for different products and services. For example, in New York, for pool service. You know, in the wintertime, no one's looking for pool service, but in the summertime, springtime, people start looking for pool service. So you need to know these trends and what kinds of keywords people are searching different times of the year. Lets you know what you want to optimize for. After Google Trends, awesome tool is SEMrush. This tool, it allows you to not just analyze your own website, but take a look at your competition. Really dive deep and see what your competition is doing, what keywords they're bidding on as far as their ads, also where the rankings are organically, as well as a whole bunch of backlinks and a whole bunch of information for any internet marketer that's looking to conquer the competition. So definitely use SEMrush if you want to spy on the competition. It is free for a certain amount of searches. After that, they want you to sign up and pay. It's worth it. So after we get all the keywords and everything, first thing is you need to go and update your meta tags on your website. What happens is a lot of businesses come to us and their meta tags on their homepage say home and then the name of the company. Well, it's not optimizing. So here are a few things that you should definitely do on your website. To start with, definitely you want to do your meta title. So what the meta title does is as Google comes to see your website, Google can't see how visually pretty it is or anything like that, your cool graphics, your cool things that float in, all that stuff. None of that, Google doesn't care about that. They have these bots that come out and crawl your website, and they look at the back end. So the very first thing that they're going to see on the back end is typically your meta title. Your meta title should be between 60 to 70 characters, no more than that. And it should be keyword rich. You want to use those keywords that you found, and you want to keep the title focused on whatever the content is on that website. So it keeps it consistent. As well as your meta description. Your meta description is going to describe what is on that website, on that page. Right? It has to be consistent with the title as well. You want to use your keyword in the meta description as well. That way, Google recognizes what you're trying to optimize for. Also, when people do searches, you may notice that when you search, whatever you type into the search bar will actually become bold in the meta descriptions. Alright, so it makes it so when people are looking, they see that bold and they say, okay, well this must relate to what I'm searching for. And it creates more clicks. Creates that action for people to click. I put meta keywords on here. Google does not use meta keywords anymore as a ranking factor according to them. I kept it on here only because there are other search engines, Yahoo, Bing, and a whole bunch of other search engines out there that still do use it in their ranking factor. You can use them if you want, and you don't have to use them. If you use them, you do not get penalized by Google by having them on there. It's just extra stuff. So the keywords I usually tend to put between 3 to 4 keywords in there, focused on whatever the content is going to be on that page. Very important are the meta robots. This is as Google comes to the website, starts crawling your website. You need to let Google know and the search engines know, hey, come and crawl the website, come and take a look, go through the website, follow my links and all that. This is how you get indexed. If you don't have your meta robots set up properly or you have them blocked, then you'll go wondering why no one's ever visiting your website. And it could possibly very well be that. Also, if you use WordPress as a content management system, I've seen this before where clients come to us, they have no rankings, they're complaining. Well, there's a box in the back that you check off and you can discourage search engines from crawling your website. So simple tweaks like that can really make a difference when it comes to your search engine optimization, just to get started. Because SEO is definitely a lot more than just what I'm talking about today. A few other metas that you should consider are location, if you're a location business, as well as copyright. Language is very important if you have a website that has, maybe you have multiple websites, same content but in different languages. So you have an English version, for you're in the US, you might have a Spanish version, you may have a French version. You want to make sure that in your meta it says specifically, this is Spanish, this is French, so as people's browsers are set to specific languages, then Google knows which website to pull up, and it helps you with your rankings. There's a whole bunch more. We can definitely talk offsite. There's a lot you can do with metas and other coding stuff. After you get through the metas, you definitely want to edit your on-page content. Your content needs to be consistent with whatever it is that you're looking to optimize for, what you're looking to rank for. If you're looking to rank for red shoes, well, your web page should probably be about red shoes. Not shoes, not blue, green, purple, and yellow shoes. You want to rank for red shoes, it's red shoes. So you want to be specific on the page. You want to keep your content original. You don't want to go find a competitor, oh, this reads real well, copy, paste, boom, live. That's a big, big no-no. Google does not like that. It's considered duplicate content. Okay? And you also want your content to be able to be read by humans. Back in the day when Google was first coming out, it was all about, oh, get your keyword in there and keyword density and put it in there 5 times and blah, blah, blah. Well, then people would come to the website and it'd read something like, we sell red shoes, the very best red shoes at the very best red shoe store. No one, that doesn't read normal to anybody like us. But you go out there and you can still find websites out there that have a whole bunch of, keyword stuffing everywhere. So do not use your keywords all throughout your website. You definitely want it in there, but it's definitely not the focus. You want it to be specific. Google's much smarter than you think nowadays, where they know what it is that you're trying to optimize for. After that, there's also on your page, there's also heading tags. H1s all the way up to H6s. We usually use anything between H1s to H3s. This is pretty much the heading to the page. Consider it your title to the chapter, because you'll have multiple pages on your website. You want to consider each heading is going to be a chapter. Okay, a little section, so you have your heading, and your content right below that. Again, you want to use your keywords when you can. Don't use it everywhere, but you definitely want to, get it in there when you can. And if you're a local business, you want to add your geo modifier. So if you're in Boca Raton selling shoes, you're in Boca Raton selling shoes. If you're selling horse saddles in Wellington, well, horse saddles Wellington, horse saddles Wellington, whatever. You want to get that Wellington in there. You want that geo modifier so that Google can pick up on where it is that you're trying to optimize for. The fourth one, which is actually the big one that most companies don't even notice, is optimizing your actual images. Images are real nice, they look real pretty, but Google again cannot see images. They read code. They read your code in the back end. So there's two things that we do to optimize images. The first thing is changing the file name. What happens is you take a picture with your camera, you go home, upload the picture, and it comes up with some sort of funky number or whatever it may be. Well, we take that file and we actually rename the file to a keyword-rich file name that's related to the page it's going to be going on. Okay? This way Google knows it's a file name. It doesn't have much value to it, but it still, has a little bit of effect to it. There we go. The next thing we do is actually add an alt tag to it. So alt tags are very important. This is what actually tells Google what the image is. Also, as you're moving your mouse over images, you may see words that pop up. That's your alt tag. So then Google's in the back end crawling your website. So it may read something like this, and then your alt tag with a geo modifier in there to rank in Boca Raton. So we've made these 4 tweaks already, we made those updates and everything. Now what happens? Well, now we need to get Google to come back to our website and index our website and get it ranking and moving up in the search engines. How do we do this? Well, we got to kind of hand feed Google what's called a sitemap. It's pretty much a map from A to Z so that Google knows, okay, new site's up, or changes have been made to the site, let's go out there and see what it is and see where it belongs. How do you do this? You go and visit Google Webmaster Tools. Hopefully you got your website verified in there, and there's a lot of information, valuable information that you can pull from Google Webmaster Tools when it comes to your website. But in there you can submit your sitemap. How do you create your sitemap? Well, if you're using a content management system such as WordPress, Magento, and many other Joomlas, whatever else you want to use, many of them have plugins that you can add to it that creates the sitemap for you. So you don't have to do anything, you don't have to know how to create the sitemap, it creates it for you. Now, if you don't use a content management system, or there may not be a plugin for the system you're using, there definitely is a simple tool that you can use. This XML generator right here. You actually go to it, plug in your website URL, check off a couple of boxes of questions it asks you, hit generate, and it will generate the file for you. All you have to do then is download that XML file and upload it to your public HTML folder on your server, and voila, you now have an XML sitemap. You take that sitemap URL and submit it to Google, and Google will come out, crawl your website, index your pages, figure out what it is that your site is actually about. Now, 5 tweaks, yeah, you guys are all like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, 5 tweaks, what's this really going to do for me? Is there any effect? Am I really going to get any more traffic? Well, yeah, you will. Here's an example, there it goes. So here's an example. This is proof of the pudding. This is a client that we actually built the website for. Any website we build, we add Google Analytics to it, verified in Google Webmaster Tools. That way we can actually, if they come back to us or whatever they decide to do, there's data there that we can use to actually come up with a strategy. Okay? So if you don't have Google Analytics on your website or some sort of tracking, go get Google Analytics. It is free and super easy to install. So if you need help, let me know. You should definitely have Google Analytics on there. So they started off with just their website. We didn't do much SEO, just got their content on there, their H1s, whatever, and got it all up and running. So then they came back, they wanted to start their SEO services, and the first thing we did was just do the 5 tweaks, and immediately we saw this increase in traffic. So we've only been working with them for 2 months or so now on SEO. There's a lot more that goes into SEO than just doing the stuff I mentioned. There's backlinkings, content, videos, distributions, press release, a whole bunch of stuff, which is a whole nother presentation in itself. So, but we did see this huge increase. So in April, they had 97 organic. This is all organic. So it's not like it's everything. I'm not pulling from referral traffic. This is all organic traffic. They had 97 users in April, and as of Monday morning, they had 233. All right, this is just in the course of 2 months. All right, so it definitely works. Now, SEO, like I said, is something that should be done ongoing. So here's what happens when you continually do SEO and optimize your website. So this was before we started. All right, this company's actually doing pretty well because they were having, back in June 2014, they had 3,700 visitors. That's, a lot of people would be extremely happy with that on their website organically. Again, organically, not paid, nothing else. It's all organic. Well, we went in there, re-optimized the website, went through there, did the 5 tweaks, continued doing our backlinking and all our other SEO services. And this is the effect of ongoing SEO over the course of the year. It's consistently growing. So June of last year, 3,700. June of this year, this was Monday morning, so it's still missing all of Monday and pretty much all of today. They were at 6,600. All right. So SEO definitely works and definitely drives traffic and will improve and drive business to you. And that's my presentation. If you have any questions? Are there any questions? I also have my team here. Got Mark Battellini, the owner, CEO, as well as Pete Heiss, our director of social media. So if you have any questions, point them that way.